Did a lot of work up there last week.
Okay.
So we are recording.
Have to drive up there.
All right. I'm going to briefly call the budget committee into session. I make a motion to approve the budget to send to the regular budget meeting for a budget hearing, since the ballot measure on gas and all of that did not pass. We don't have any changes that we need to make. So all those in favor of sending the budget that we have worked out to the regular board and budget hearing?
First, you need a second.
Oh.
And discussion.
Okay.
Well, you do. You made a motion. So
I made a motion.
I'll second the motion.
Okay.
You have any discussion?
No.
No discussion.
From Rick, aye.
Fedorza, aye.
Would I? Motion passes. Okay. So that should be the end of the budget committee meeting. And now I will call to order our regular board of directors meeting for June 15th. Directors Hermrick and Bedortha are present along with myself. So we do have quorum. First thing on our agenda today is approval of the meeting minutes from April and May 15th.
You know, it says though, there's somewhere here that we did approve them.
I thought we
Approved
did.
Approval of the meeting minutes from March 16th. And then this is the budget thing. I think all we need to approval of the meeting minutes from April 13th and May 15th. I think all we need is maybe
May.
the budget meetings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just the budget. So I make a motion to approve the budget hearing meeting minutes from May 15th, 2026.
Hang on before I second that. I know I was gone for one of them, but you know, it doesn't make any difference because all we're doing is proving the content. So I'll second.
Okay. All those in favor?
From Rick, aye.
Fedorza, aye.
Would I? Minutes are approved. Hey, next thing on the agenda is the approval of the bills for this month. Is there any discussion and or objection, anything we need to know?
Maybe we just don't pay those this month.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's do something different. What do you think, Sharon? I make a motion to approve the bills that's presented.
I will second.
All those in favor?
No discussion on that again, so I would say from Rick, aye.
Fedorza, aye.
Would I?
We have to pay bills, Gary.
The bills are approved.
Pay the bills. I gave you a thought. We have to pay the bills. Sometimes I look at my bill and think, what would this happen to my district?
They call you a lot. All right, moving on. We are on to reports. So let's start with Miss Shara and our financial.
Okay,
Hopefully we have money to pay the bills.
we do.
Okay.
So everything looks good. Obviously we've switched from approval to cash for reporting period. So a lot of these are gonna look similar to what was approved in the past last month reports go for the transition month. So obviously, you look at this page here where it shows that ugly negative income, but that is because a huge amount of the income comes in at one time. So it's normal to look at, if you looked at the amount to date, July 25th through May 26th, it's a positive number, that third column over.
Mhm.
And that's what our reality is. So it's negative. But in the month that we're in, it looks quite ugly. But that is, again, because all of our money comes in at one time through the year. So
And you've got it all now, don't you? Pretty much.
pretty much, yeah.
Reportedly, yeah. Well, you would too, May 15th.
I was gonna say, I think it's done. I always paid it at first, but I think it is in
I
May.
think it is
Yeah.
15th January. You have to pay the rest of it all. You just pay in November, I think.
And they've been doing 97% is what they've had as inflation rate, so you should be pretty close.
And you always balance it out to the budget anyway.
Yeah.
Because that's what we get into our amendments. And-
Right. Right, yeah. So I think, other than a few straggler bills that are gonna come in for June, to close off the year, I think everything looks good so far when I look at each of them, so.
Good job.
Always a lot of work.
Okay, moving on, Mr. Craig, we need operations.
So since the last board meeting, we've done 5 internments, all 5 being ashes. 1 was at Palamute, and the other 4 were at Juniper Haven.
Did they go in those, whatever you call them, the
Not all the time. Sometimes,
Some they will go into a plot.
yeah.
This one just went in the plot, doesn't it?
The last
The
one,
Bernard one.
Yes.
They're just plots, aren't they?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we had an issue with the oldest columbarium that we have to, just as a side note, the doors. One of the doors fell off like almost a year ago when we finally got it. We got delivered the day after Memorial Day. And so I had to reattach all the plaques on and install it, but it's all good to go now. So, and we had no complaints about it until Memorial Day. And then somebody had asked about it. Not really a complaint, they just wanted to know where we put their mom.
Easily explainable.
Yeah, yeah. And it's just ironic that the next day we get the door back. How it always works. So day-to-day operations, irrigation, nothing's really changed. It's part of the weekly operational routine. Juniper Haven, we're still working on the system itself to be self-efficient. Mowing and weeds, we're going through, just part of the weekly operation. We will be going up to Paulina tomorrow to mow and weed eat and plant some trees. The trees and the tree service guys are pretty much, they shut down for a little while. It's getting to be fire season and they all fight fires. So, and it's not dire need right now either. Equipment, our second mower is still in the shop at Midstate. And I've called them several times and they either don't get back to me or it's like, they're taking forever. I don't know, it's their process. We put it in like 2 months ago. It seems like it's had to have been in for 2 months and they're just like last in line. And then once they diagnose it and order stuff, then you get placed back in the end of the line. And so, it seems like they're dragging their feet a little bit, but what do you do? Monthly improvement notes, we're still doing some curbs up at Juniper Haven. Like I said, Paulina is getting like 19 trees planted. Hopefully we can get all 19 tomorrow and mowed and weed eated.
Those are those cedar that you ordered?
Yeah.
Okay.
Powell Butte, the fence got installed on the 7th, on the back and on the north side to the road. We also, last week, we rented a skid steer for the week and, we focused, pretty much the whole week out there. We cleared more room for a back road. So we actually gained more property space for, internments or more plots, by doing so. We also created like a levee, like a berm for the water runoff going off the hill. And also started clearing the possible parking area. It's not very big, but it's a cleared area down on the north side. But we're gonna have to gate it soon, just so people can't drive in behind the cemetery. But and then bring in all the rock or bring in some ground and some rock for the road, going the access road in the back. And then Howard, before Memorial Day, the ground cover got cleaned up. A lot of the fire hazard was done, and that's about it.
Did we ever get that one headstone thing resolved with Marissa Stafford?
I called Marissa and she was supposed to have done it. I haven't given up. Is it done?
I don't know. I was gone all last week,
Lady.
so
I called her personally and talked to Marissa, so
Okay,
I'm hoping it is. I need to drive up there. and-
yeah, I do too. Make sure
I was there and didn't go look. We ran out of time.
you're fired.
That's okay.
Don't tell them it's not. They're gonna call. You have to walk by me and I cook you.
All right, moving on. We are continuing our Juniper Haven boundaries discussion.
Well, good news. We met with the neighbors today. Craig set it up. Thank you, Craig. So we went out and looked at both ends, on the easements. The one with the, the fellow we met, real nice guy, good to work with. He's been with them for like 20 some years and he actually stayed with the companies as they came through. The guy that owns it is in California and he will have to, anything we do, we will go through him. So that's a little of the background. We talked a little bit about the easements. We went and looked at both ends where the cemetery markers are on the mill property and then behind the buildings that is ours that they use. We really just didn't do much, just talked about it. Things will stay in place the way they are. I asked him if the board was interested, could we try to stop the perpetual easement one on the cemetery markers? Because if we could, and then the other one behind the buildings, he's going to visit with the owner about it and see what he wants to do, but it'll probably somewhat stay the same way it is. He did not think they probably had any property for sale, or at least that was a little bit the impression I got. And really, that was about it. So it's up to the board. He'll get back with us, I'm assuming, as to what the gentleman would like to do or will do.
You wouldn't want to just kind of square it up if he gave us the other one that we could kind of,
Well, this guy talked about trading, and
yeah, and that's what I'm wondering.
one thing is ours is perpetual. It doesn't make any difference. We get to use. The other one is behind the buildings and it goes away when they quit using the buildings. So I indicated that we really weren't wanting to sell property because we are a long-term use. I mean, it's what we do there is perpetual. A mill can come and go, and so we don't know how that'll transpire. But he did ask about that. He said, well, would you guys just be interested in trading? And I don't want to answer that being one on the board, but I would discourage it because it's quite a bit more country than what we have
Graves and
graves on. Yes. And the ground that there is very usable for us behind the building. We ever really had the need and was wanting to expand. It's already flat. It's already got the infrastructure. So I don't know there. And maybe that's something we need to talk about. I did talk to him about the rail spur that goes through our property. There doesn't seem to be any recordings on it, and he's not familiar. He's seen the tracks and stuff, and it hasn't been used in his time either. So, and I told him, we want to be a good neighbor. I apologize that we had done the survey without contacting him first, and it wasn't to, we want to be good neighbors. There's been
Right.
issues in the past, and
We're just trying to clean things up.
yep, and he's the same way. They want to be a good neighbor, and they offered Craig use of equipment if he needs it for unloading and things. Just very pleasant guy to deal with. So I
Good.
guess it'll be a little bit of wait and see. If we don't hear something in a few months, we probably will need to reach out. And he did offer to let us talk to the owner personally, but I told him it might be best if he makes the contact first, so he's aware of what's going on. And
Yeah.
he took a picture of the survey, so we have it there to work with.
Maybe we can get the owner, if the owner wants to talk to us, join us via Zoom at a future meeting somewhere.
Probably something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I don't know. And then I also told him, I said, we're just a cemetery district. I mean, I don't what the cost will be or anything. I said it just all depends on how things shake out. And Craig, was that your impression of the meeting somewhat too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Has anybody talked with Republic Services on the other side?
Well, that one's done in dirt. I mean, that's.
Well, that one's kind of weird.
It is, but I don't think we're gonna get to change it. I don't, and when I asked Velda about these things, she had said, what she indicated to me is that the district manager basically did these things.
Yeah, Al.
And the board just signed off on it.
Yeah.
So I'm still confused about it, but there's not much we can do.
Okay.
I guess we could talk to him and ask for it back, but I think. You know,
Well, I just want to make sure they're aware of it for future
yeah,
use and expansion or whatever.
yeah.
Because they may not be.
They may not be, I don't know what, I'm not really sure what they even have it for is the deal. I don't know if their building was sitting on it or if
I
they were
think-
needing a setback because they were building a building. I'm not really sure what the need was. And I guess we could stop if you guys want, Craig and I can go into their office and visit with them. I mean, maybe they can enlighten us. And that's what I told this gentleman, by the way, too. I said, if nothing happens, nothing happens. It doesn't change how we do business with each other. It's just that we, you know, as a newer board, we wanted to be aware of what was going on. And that's how we found out about this. And he felt it was good. So, did we want to try to do something? I mean, what I saw of it, it's pretty much just, they had a reason for it when they did it.
Right.
Goodwin is who did it, I think, and in fact, I think he might have been on the board when it happened. So
It's possible.
let me try to read a little more on it.
Okay. Yeah.
That's it for me.
If nothing else, I think that at least the neighbor should be aware there's an easement there
Yeah.
so that, you know, there's no issues in the future.
I'll look, and if we need to, Craig and I can go over and visit with them. I'm sure there's somebody there. It's a big company now, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a national company
Out
now.
of Portland, I think, is their hub.
So I would ask this, what do we want to do with that dog leg? Just leave it alone for now? I mean, we don't need to sell, we don't need to do anything, but it's something we should think about as a board that, you know, if the mill comes back and says we want to do something, I guess we'll borrow that when it comes down the road maybe, but it's not going to benefit anybody, that piece of property. It sort of sits in that ravine.
See what the mill decides they want to do.
Wait on them.
Yeah. And then, you know, it might be that maybe they want it or maybe they don't.
Yeah.
Maybe they want out of those buildings.
Yeah. No, they don't. They're full.
Oh, are they?
They are using them. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's where I got to looking when we're talking to them. Not much room for expansion on that side if the mill uses the property, because it's just everything is built up against them. And he said they're at 40% capacity, but they have hopes to getting to 100. And if they do, they're going to put more people on the
Yeah.
payroll by quite a bit in the county. And yeah.
It'll open up that back, though, use it a lot more.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot more traffic.
Well,
It's good for us. That's a good neighbor to have. It's in the cemetery.
and that dog leg might benefit them as another way in and out of those buildings too.
Might be, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Okay, so contract discussion about the funeral homes and the need to have them pre-purchase plots if they're going to sell them. Nobody has anything.
No. I thought who was gonna talk to the funeral homes?
I don't even remember.
I don't remember either.
Yeah.
Was me.
No, I don't think it was me.
Yeah.
Was me.
Yes.
Oh, it was our lawyer, wasn't it?
Was it Steve? Well, I think Steve was supposed to maybe draw up a contract for us.
Maybe that's.
I wonder, I will, he wasn't going to join us today because he had a meeting, so I will get a hold of him and ask him about that. Okay. And moving on for our holiday decoration removal schedule.
I just finalized what I wrote on the bottom, so I'll meet if we're gonna approve it or not approve it.
It looks fine to me. Seems like you've given them at least 2 weeks to have it, which is generous.
But this gentleman, we were talking about things in the cemetery, and he was saying he's got family buried in the one in Portland that we had talked about at the last meeting, and they're cut and dried when they,
Mhm.
and it's a big one. So I don't have a problem with this. I'm good.
What do you say? Like not longer than,
Yeah, very few days.
2 days?
Monday or Tuesday,
Yeah.
it's gone.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
Well, this gives them, especially if they do a silk thing or something, it gives them a little bit. A lot of people I notice do the silk flowers now.
Yeah.
They're not as much the fresh.
but if they do the silk flowers, they need to be anchored so that they're not blowing all over the place.
I searched the last time.
I thought they were just sharing with the neighbors.
Well, and a lot, I ran into it this morning where I was on line trimming. And I mean, there's so many out there that are,
Not on their area.
yeah, like, well, I mean, they post them. So they post them right in front in the grass. They stab them into the grass and like, so you have two choices running the line trimmer. Like get as close as you can and then, but leave the long stuff or blow them up. Because I mean, for me to pull all the flowers out of the way, set them to the side, it just takes a lot of time. And then if I replant them back in, that's even more time. It almost sounds lazy, but when it's a new, like just in one section where it's just numerous
Yeah.
ones.
It can be 700 or 800 times.
Yeah, and so it's.
Well, after a winter.
It got pretty
can you
annoying
imagine?
just doing one little section in the front today, and I was like, man, and so,
Set rules.
yeah,
They need to be in. the
they need,
cases
yeah, they need to
between
be in
them.
the vases and it's hard to trim, even some of them within the vases because they droop, because they're old, they end up getting blown up. And I try not to, but I mean, there's a lot of solar lights that people plant, like the cheap ones. And so, I mean, I'm doing my best part to not destroy them, but accidents happen. And, but then again, I'm pretty, patient in that I don't mind if leaving it and letting it grow and look like crap around theirs, just theirs, and doing everybody else's around them, and let them come complain, because then that's when you can educate. Like, this is what it's supposed to be like, and this, yeah, obviously you're complaining because I'm not doing my job. Well, you're not doing your job either. So,
That solar light is for if you're a ghost, when you come back, you can find your house.
I gotta tell you, driving by that at night, because I used to work nights, it's creepy because you go, what the heck is that light out there?
There's a long line. But
This was one.
The floating lantern, one of
Yeah,
those shepherd
they
bugs.
put them on the, yeah, so you're like, what is that, a will-o-wisp? What is that? It is creepy. Or in the snow, like if they're buried in the snow, the snow kind of glows.
it eliminates the snow. Yeah. There's quite a few in the front, right in the front.
And
That's
that's
main
solar
entrance. Yeah, they have solar lights.
Interesting.
Okay, so how do we want to publish this?
I was just gonna put on the.
After living through the last nightmare of decorations, my vote would be to put it anywhere and everywhere we could think of.
We
Yeah.
can, but permanent on the website.
Permanent on the website, so,
At the cemetery.
The cemetery where you were talking about, where they're pretty cut and dry about it, they have signs at the start of each section that say,
Oh,
please view our decoration policy up at the front.
probably a good idea.
Yeah,
all right, so,
Could
it's
you-
just like a little sign in the grass. So like when you're driving in, just another place for
Yeah.
people to be able to look at it, I guess.
We do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go around.
so we will put it in Facebook, Roundup, Central Oregonian website. And that should cover everything. Okay, when you get back to the office, Annalisa, can you email me this?
Yes, I can.
And I can get it to the CO and the roundup, put it on Facebook.
And we'll put it on our bulletin board.
Yeah. Maybe make it a little prettier, so it's for that. Okay. Then amendments to the 2025-2026 budget to increase the reserve in the checking account.
I'm sorry.
Below.
Mine's.
Joe's Bar and Grill. See, that's what you should have done, Gary, is answered it funny.
I would. Why not?
Tell me more. You're feeling me chilling.
Well, what do you, uh-oh.
It was, this came up during one of the budget meetings that we needed, since we're going to a cash basis.
That what we said to go to though.
To 30 instead of
30.
20.
Do we have a resolution to do that?
No, we need one. Or do we just pass a motion?
I think we just passed the motion. It's good.
Yeah, so let's just pass a motion. Okay, I make a motion to increase the reserve amount in our checking account from 20,000 to 30,000. Discussion?
I'll second
I have no discussion.
and no discussion.
No discussion here.
Herman, aye.
Dorothy, aye.
Would I? Motion passes. Yay. Now Shara won't run out of cash. Okay, so we are going to open it up for our first public comment session on the budget. But no one is joining us online and there's nobody here but us chickens. So we will wait just a couple minutes and see
Do we need to, have we adjourned this meeting?
this. No, this is our
First hearing.
first hearing with the regular board to hear any public comment on the budget that the budget committee approved.
And then there'll be one next week.
And there's one next week.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got it.
And if they don't, then we make a motion to approve it and go forward.
So my agenda only has that one line on it for next week, is that? I
I
sent
haven't,
it to your email.
yeah,
Just wanna make
I
sure it was
can't
okay that way.
honestly remember it. I'll look when I get a chance tonight.
When is the meeting next week?
The 22nd,
Monday.
One.
Monday at 1.
And it's in the same room.
You don't remember the conversation?
I imagine it'll be about a 3-minute long meeting.
I mean,
Well,
is that
we
something that
still,
you guys could probably be on Zoom.
Can I not make it if we have no comments, just go around? Can
let
I
me
not
just-
make it if you have a
Let me
quorum?
make sure.
as long as there's us two there, we should be fine.
Let me make sure.
I won't
I
be
do
there.
not have
Most likely 'cause I
cemetery
have
all in
baseball.
here. So it's at 1 o'clock on the 22nd.
Yes.
Okay, I don't have one here.
Okay.
I can be here.
Thank you.
Yay.
You owe me.
Well, you can attend via,
I can, but is there, I mean,
I don't think it's needed. The last few
mm-mm.
prior to this board, I had to basically sit there for an hour and wait to see if anyone showed.
Oh, no.
No one ever showed. And then I got to leave.
Mm-mm.
Is that how long we need to have the?
No, we just have to give the public ample chance to
a reasonable time.
make comment.
So I do, with no comment, we will publish this in the Central Oregonian. Isn't that what we decided?
Is the-
I did put the notice in.
Which has like tentatively the numbers in summary. This jargon here is not something we publish,
Okay,
just this one.
just this one there, and it was in paper, I didn't catch.
And
it.
I put it on the website. I wasn't sure if I was.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. I just put it on.
Yep. Because it's supposed to be published twice. So it either has to run twice in the paper, or since we put it up on the website, that counts as once.
And it's on our bulletin.
Paper is twice. According to Steve.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yep.
And then I know it was kind of confusing because there's like 3 different minutes to approve all of those.
We got her.
Yes.
Great.
Took care of it.
Sweet.
That was there
Yes.
was a little bit of confusion, right? So you guys
Because it
approved,
did say that we'd already approved some of these minutes. So we only approved budget meeting minutes.
Okay, there
But you
was
did have-
one that we missed. because I was supposed to do 3 the last meeting and I only did 2, so I'm still behind on one of the months.
Cause if you
Hopefully I-
looked at your minutes,
Didn't write the dates down wrong. I got kind of.
if you looked at your minutes, that's why we only did the budget.
Okay.
Ding dong.
And the two,
We only did the ones for the May 15th and budget. We didn't do the others because you had written down that we had approved April, whatever. Approval of the meeting minutes from March 16th was the one.
Mhm.
And then when you went to the second one, it said approval of the meeting minutes from April 13th and May 15th. So we didn't reapprove those because it'd already been approved. So then we just went to the budget, which was on May 15th.
Okay.
So according to this, you've done it.
Okay, can I have an agenda?
No,
you can, I have 2, so you can have one of mine. I haven't scratched on it yet.
Okay.
no doodles?
Those rules.
Well, jeez.
Are you all, since we're waiting, are you all caught up on the extensions and
About 300.
road?
But at least I have 6 months, you know, tax season will give you
Sure.
3.5 months.
Yeah.
And then they think they give you 6.
How are we doing on
So
the
it
papers?
runs through November.
Like the decorative?
So I'm almost not.
So, yeah.
Do you want
I've been
to,
hard-
2 of them.
Pardon?
it's due,
I've been
the
having a
extension's
hard time
good for October
finding
15th.
October.
So
But
on
we
all
have
the
a
like, partnerships, S corps should
like
be
a
September 15th.
box of it.
So it gets crazy
And
probably
those
around
won't print it.
beginning of September.
Exactly.
Too thick.
Yeah, too thick.
And you send a lot of.
I tried a million times.
Yeah, I thought.
That and a lot of phone calls.
To get a different printer.
I'll get that in a week.
Yeah, that's a good shame. They even have like a last papers, like.
You're looking for decorative papers like this, there's a bunch. I know you can get some on Amazon, but, Temu, of all places.
Well, yeah, believe it.
Everybody.
Temu has everything.
Well, pretty much, you can get heavy equipment on Temu if you want.
It's pretty.
Well, then you're in.
You can get
We go from that
individual
to
jet
a
boats
lot of people.
that are
I don't know what the shipping is though.
like teeny. They're little teeny. Like,
And are they gonna blow up the second season?
I mean, they show a commercial of them racing them like through the rivers or something. Canals. It's, man, it would be weird. They got all kinds of like little excavators, mini excavators too. Like mini excavators.
Yeah,
Right.
Not this year, we're doing it.
if I had the money, I'd buy a little track hoe or something off there.
Yeah.
What? Don't get me wrong, but it's unreal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah,
What is in the air today? I'm
I've been-
sniffly and itchy.
it's been great,
Yeah.
but.
Yeah, the-
It's really bad allergies this morning.
The skid steer last week was, oh my
Some of
God.
these are.
Yeah.
They're so dusty.
Oh, I bet.
And there's no door on the skid steer. So, I mean, it was.
You came out as a dust bunny?
Oh,
Right. That big a demand.
That's what I used to hate about
For the last 2 months.
doing
year.
like the weeds over at my family's ranch. We had like this big
They'll
brush
let you
beater
do
with
that. You're not gonna
the
get-
blades.
And that's the scary part.
You'd have to be hosed off before they'd let you in the house.
well,
But
I mean, we took like 3 hours cleaning the skid steer. Because, like,
I can believe it.
and then the place, when I returned it, they're like, wow, you really did clean it. Like, well, yeah, it's got a sticker that threatens like your life if you don't
If
clean
you
it.
don't clean it.
So,
He said that he isn't happy and that he wants to be a truck driver.
Well, it should be, he's got the truck
I'm
with
telling
him.
you what it is, you see that?
Okay, well, still no one joining us online, so I guess we will close our first public comment session. And are there any board member comments for today?
There's a lot of comments, but.
Okay. I don't have any comments. Carrie, do you?
No, I've been beat down. so-
Oh, okay.
Don't even give me that story now.
All right, well,
You owe me for coming Monday, right, Annalise? We should get a lunch or something today. I think, yeah, all of us at the table.
there you go. All right, well, if there's nothing else, then meeting is adjourned. We're done.
Went pretty
I'll have to
quickly.
split that lunch with you because, I'm not gonna be here Monday either.
Really, yep, I guess that is correct.
These are